Hey everyone, ShinNefzen here, welcoming you to this week's entry in the Let's Play Summer Blockbuster. This week it is Dr. Mario for the original Nintendo, a fantastic puzzle game of fantastic proportions. One of my favorite puzzle games, despite the fact I haven't played it in ages. But this is definitely a good choice for a puzzle week. If we can't do Tetris, then Dr. Mario is about the next best thing. And frankly, I think I'm quite a bit better at Dr. Mario than I did at Tetris. Man, I did really bad that time. Yeah, this week is an interesting challenge. It's not only is it just a regular score challenge. No, that's far too simple and boring. This is a beat the previous hosts challenge. We had 4 of our previous hosts: Freezing Inferno, Heavy Metal Mage, Zane Toto, and the lovely and talented Polly. Post scores for the Dr. Mario, and we get points based on how many of them we beat. And, well, I sure hope everyone beat Polly. That's all I can say. Now, for those that aren't eminently aware, and I can't imagine who isn't, but the objective of Dr. Mario is to kill viruses. We have the red viruses representing fever, the blue representing chills, and I think yellow is supposed to be the flu. Don't quote me on that. But the objective to eliminate a single virus is to stack 3 of the appropriate colored section of pills on them. So, like there, we just took out a blue virus. You need to stack 3 sections of a pill on them. But if there are like 2 blue viruses next to each other, well, then you only need 2 blue sections of a pill. And likewise, in the extreme rarity that there are 3 lined up all right next to each other, you'd only need 1. And amusingly enough, you get bonus points for taking out multiple all at once. So sometimes you can get lucky since it spawns the viruses randomly here. Sometimes you get really easy sets, sometimes you get really hard sets. I know when I had a little bit of free time before I had to go to work today, so I actually did a few practice runs, and I'll tell you how it randomly spawns this first level here can really make all the difference on how the run goes. I had a couple decent runs where, I cleared this whole first stage in a minute and a half, if that, and of course I went on to fail horribly in later stages, but that's not the point. The random number generator can, either be amazingly helpful or can really just kind of kick your ass in this game. There were several, I think I did 3 or 4 actual, I think it was 3, kind of full 15-minute test runs, even if the ones I wasn't doing that well on, you just wanted to see how they'd finish out. And I found that it's very easy to, you're going fast, you're doing really good, it's all, it's all roses and buttercup and ice creams and yay, and then all of a sudden you notice there's 1 virus left, and it's buried under the most random assortment of colors it could possibly be under, none of which are colors that help you eliminate it. And I got into that situation at least once every single test run. I'd be making great time, and all of a sudden there's 1 virus left, and I spend like 2 minutes just getting to it in order to be able to eliminate it. And that's the risk you run on this game. I mean, it is possible to plan ahead a few moves, but later on the pills are dropping so fast, you're focusing so much on where all the viruses are, what pattern there is, that it really gets to be rather difficult to just plan ahead. Eventually you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants and just hoping you're making the right moves. I mean, I try to set up combos whenever I realize that I have them coming up, but I'm sure even watching this and recording over it, because I'm doing this in post again, that I'll probably be watching this and be like, oh my god, how did I miss that? And that's Dr. Mario in a nutshell. I mean, that's really any puzzle game, especially, I mean, you're so in the zone focusing on what you're focusing on that you don't see, you'll sometimes miss an obvious move just, 2 spaces away. I hope I don't run into that, but I'm sure I probably will. One thing I appreciated on this run is I don't think I made any blatantly stupid mistakes. There were, everyone's done it in Dr. Mario. You completely mess yourself up because, there's like a yellow and a blue virus next to each other, and, you got a yellow and blue pill, and you drop it all nice and perfect on them. And then you get another yellow and blue pill, and then you accidentally put it on backwards, so that it takes you forever to fix that mistake, just so you can eliminate those viruses that should have been eliminated in 2 more moves. Yeah, good times. We've all been there, I think. Musically in Dr. Mario, I'll never claim I was the brightest kid. I remember having it for my Nintendo when I was like 3 or 4. And ironically, I was playing Zelda just fine, but Dr. Mario completely stumped me somehow. Like, obviously, 3 or 4, I can't just read the instruction manual on my own. So, and I'm not familiar with puzzle games, really. All I really played, I think, was maybe Tetris at that point. So, I have these weird faces on the screen, and I have these pills falling on them, and I had no concept of what I'm supposed to do with them, because, I've never played a game like this before. I'm like 3 or 4 years old, and I remember just sitting there, like, what do I do? For like hours, I just stacked pills on guys. I would surround them in like the right color, like there'd be like a red virus, so I'd like surround it in red pills, and like, how does it work? And somehow it never really dawned on me to match up the multiple colored blocks until a long time after that, let's just say. Yeah, somehow made that silly mistake as a kid, but bless you, Kitty. Kitty just all walking up in my video and sneezing. But yeah, that's my childhood adventure with Dr. Mario. One of those surprisingly resilient puzzle games that even if no one's ever played it, you're like, Dr. Mario, and they know what you're talking about. They know it's like same thing with Tetris. So I'd argue it's almost on that level of prolificness. Now here's what I'm talking about. Down to 1 virus, and I made some very poor decisions on how I got here. So now I gotta dig my way out of this. And of course, again, looking in hindsight, I did make this far harder on myself. I should have focused on eliminating, stacking up the yellow and the reds on the bottom, eliminating that red palette down there, and then just put 3 yellow capsules going across to eliminate them. So yeah, I wasted a whole bunch of time here. And that's why, spoiler alert, I beat all the judges, but this is, my score definitely could have been higher if not for this. But what are you going to do? Anyway, back to my Dr. Mario tangent. There is a version available on the Virtual Console for the Wii, and if anyone remembers on the Nintendo 64, the combination pack with Dr. Mario and Tetris, those were good times. Was it Tetris or Tetrisphere? I think it was just Tetris on the Nintendo 64. That was, aside from the NES and the Game Boy, that was the first Dr. Mario release in quite a few years, in that dual pack. Sadly, I never got to pick that up back then. I don't know why. I wasn't super huge on puzzle games back then, though, so that's probably it. It's kind of interesting, just briefly glimpsing at other people's videos, mostly the other hosts. I didn't pay, as usual, I try not to watch other contestants' videos until I've already submitted mine. And, well, Polly didn't have a video, but, listening to, like, Heavy Metal Mage was a good one. I'm so good at Dr. Mario. Man, it's alright, you can try to be as good as me, but it's just not going to work. And I appreciate the fact that, he was talking himself up, and he didn't turn out to be any good. But I appreciate that when people can sound so convincing and be so terrible. So hats off to the heavy metal mage. I love you deeply, in a purely non-gay way, of course. Oh, mostly not gay. Anyway, I don't think I ever made it past level 8. And which makes sense, because unless you're going really fast, or again see, like, I know what's going to happen, and I'm still like, oh, don't move you're stupid. Yeah, unless you get really lucky with like the random number generator, or pull off some mad wicked combos, level 8's about as far as you're gonna get, or into a little bit into 9. I do remember, aside from Zelda and Kirby, like I mentioned in the Sonic 2 video, my cousin had the Genesis, I had the Nintendo. She really liked Dr. Mario and was far better at it than I was. So I enjoyed watching her play that. She was terrible. It was funny. It was like she was terrible at Kirby, so she'd watch me play. I was terrible at Dr. Mario. I'd watch her play. I was terrible at Sonic, so I'd watch her play, and she'd watch me play Zelda. And it was a nice little setup we had back then when we were younger. I do miss those golden days of simplicity. Getting a new game for the Nintendo, or the Super Nintendo, or the Nintendo 64. I don't think I've gotten nearly as excited over any games in the past 5 years as I did over some of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Like I remember getting Secret of Mana for Christmas in 1994. I think it was. It's the year it came out. Also, coincidentally, the day I discovered there's a Mega Man cartoon because we were eating breakfast, and I was like, so what's on TV? And turning on the TV Guide channel, it's like Mega Man. I was like, no way! Man, that's off on a tangent. Yeah, I don't like Secret of Mana, getting that for Christmas. I still remember that, and that was, almost 20 years ago. I mean, I know I'm going to sound like an old man, but I think I'm in good company that they just don't make them like they used to. I mean, puzzle games are all but dead in retail form. Puzzle games you're going to find downloadable content on. The only comparable thing is like Portal 2, which are fun, but not as replayable as all this old stuff is. Give me my old Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Chrono Trigger, the older Final Fantasies over any of this crap they're trying to pass off as RPGs the last couple years. I'll stick to my old Mega Man platformers, thank you. There's just stuff you don't see anymore, and it makes me very sad, because I do have some younger friends that are closer, like 18, 19, and they have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm talking about classic Super Nintendo games. This Halo generation. I mean, I just feel sorry for them, because they don't have patience for games like this, and they're like, how is this ever fun? And this is where it started, and it's still good. I can still go back and still go back on the emulators and play all this old stuff far more. I got my PS3, I got my 360, my Wii, my 3DS, my Vita. I got all the toys. It's not like I don't play the modern games. It's just we get back to everything is so focused on making money and continuing big franchises that I stopped caring about years ago, because for some reason people buy them because they're cheap and they're told to buy them. Halo and Call of Duty. Although I still like the occasional Call of Duty death matches, but Halo I stopped caring about years ago. It's just they don't make them the same anymore. And this generation's gamers are different from our generation of gamers, and 'tis a sad but true fact. Ha! I just realized the video's almost done. That was almost a complete rant. I'm going to finish at 16,300. And, well, I guess thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next week. Everybody have a lovely week until then. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next week.